Maybe I just want to start over. Maybe I don't care about those cracks. Maybe I don't care about this being round. Let's see. So I've plunged in, got my funny hitchhiker's thumb. Start compressing. This is a good workout for your hands too. Go easy on yourselves. Maybe I like all those fissures. All right. There's a pinch pot. Pretty simple. If I have a little needle tool, maybe I don't. Maybe I've only got this compass. Let's see if this works. I'm going to take this and try and make a better even rim. So I'm showing you this from the side, but I'm going to have to turn it. I'm going to put this here and try and rotate and keep that as even as possible. So I've got my hand flush, not moving. The clay is doing the moving. I'm moving the clay to try and keep this as even as possible. The rim might be the best feature of this pot that I'm eliminating right now, but it's all for the love of making something new. Maybe I would never know if I didn't cut this top off what might happen next in my own process, my own personal journey with this material. So I've gone around a couple of times and I'm pushing through into the interior of the clay. So that's a pretty even rim. I could drop it like this. That's a very even rim. If I wanted to smooth this portion out, I can take my finger and just compress that clay, run it around my hand, keeping it supported so it stays round in my rounded hand. If I wanted to give this a little bit of elevation, I could take my my scrap clay, use some of that scrap, and maybe make a few feet in the clay world and in the physical world in general. Feet, you need 3 of them. Go figure, we got 2. But 3 is really good for stability. And it doesn't matter, I'll just take this pencil and I'm just scoring through. I don't want to go too deep, but this is like a dry skin. I just want to get down beneath the surface to bring up some of that moist, nice clay that's down beneath the surface. And anything that I have that can get down there. A pencil, if I have the proper tool, that works probably the best because they've been designed for this process, but really, it doesn't matter too much. And then in here I've got slip, sort of. It's more just water and little scraps of clay. Just dab that on there and let it soak in. Take a piece of clay, make a little gumdrop, squish it on there. This clay is nice and set up that I can push and it's not going to deform the whole piece. That's something you're going to have to gauge by feel. If you start pushing the clay around and it's moving too much, you're going to need to wait for it to set up for you to do whatever you need to do to it. So yeah, I could then leave these feet as is, where the attachment point is very obvious, or I could take a tool and accentuate with a little texture. Oh, it looks pretty nice actually. I like that. That'll help keep that foot from cracking off. The things you learn. I encourage you to try and just be open during this time to experimentation. Let go of your expectations. I have a lot of work around the studio that just is waiting to be fired, and I'm really wondering, do I need to fire this work? Was the process of my building it really what was important, and now does it need to become a permanent fixture on this planet? I mean, really, it's when you have a whole studio full of work, or a whole cupboard full of cups and bowls, and you still like to make the stuff, at what point do you say it's enough? Okay, so there you go. It's going to be pretty stable. This could be a nice little candle holder, or you could eat hard-boiled eggs or soft-boiled eggs out of this. The clay's going to shrink a little bit. That is your basic pinch pot with 3 feet.